Hey, what's going on, Z Nation? Zaid here on ZLN. And today, guys, we're going to be talking about the Los Angeles Lakers versus the Portland Trailblazers tonight. Guys, what a much needed win, a must win for the Los Angeles Lakers tonight. They got this big win tonight against the Portland Trailblazers in a blowout, all thanks to D'Angelo Russell, who shined, dominated, was on fire tonight against the Portland Trailblazers tonight. And I have to say, guys, you know, I don't want to overreact. This is a win regardless, but at the same time, the Lakers were facing one of the worst teams in the Western Conference in the Portland Trailblazers. So we should not overreact when it comes to this win, but we have to say this was a much needed win. The Lakers had to win this game tonight against the Blazers tonight, and it just had to happen. There's no other way of saying it. So they needed to bounce back after the embarrassing, disappointing loss that they suffered against the Brooklyn Nets a couple of days ago. So it was a bad loss then, but now the Lakers got the win tonight, a much needed one against the Portland Trailblazers tonight, and all thanks, as I said, to D'Angelo Russell, D'Lo dominating tonight for the Los Angeles Lakers with 34 points, 6 of 11 from the three. So he was on fire all over the place. And if you guys haven't yet, go check out my YouTube shorts. He did make a play tonight that was just obviously vintage, when it comes to, LeBron and the connection with him. So honestly, he was just on his game. He was on his A game tonight. And, this is something that we always wanted to see from D'Angelo Russell. But unfortunately, we haven't been really seeing it. He hasn't been that consistent for this Lakers team. I mean, if he was this consistent throughout this NBA season so far, I'm telling you, trade rumors will not be emerging when it comes to D'Angelo Russell. But unfortunately, he hasn't been that consistent. But past couple of games, probably since January, since the start of January, he's been solid. He's been on a roll for the Los Angeles Lakers. But regardless of that, I mean, um, I still think he's still going to be traded regardless. So I don't want to be like a guy who's just trying to be a party pooper or whatever, but it is something that it's still going to be in the works. It just sort of depends on when it will happen. We just have to wait and see until the trade deadline. What's on the mindset of the Los Angeles Lakers and what is out there for them to trade D'Angelo Russell. Obviously, DeJounte Murray is still in the conversations when it comes to certain trades that's out there. So, but he had a great night. He's been dominating for us for quite some time, and I know some Laker fans out there, they want to, you know, keep D'Lo now because he's been dominating for us. But unfortunately, guys, it's still a reality that he's still going to be traded regardless. So, um, and I'm sorry to be a party pooper about this. We won tonight. It's all because of him. But at the same time, let's all remember it was against the Portland Trailblazers, one of the worst teams in the Western Conference. And it's just obviously the Lakers just needed to get this win after embarrassing themselves against the Brooklyn Nets. So, just have to put that out there. I don't want to be like this guy that's like, you're really pulling me down, man. No, it's not that. It's just, I just want the Lakers to just continue to win games, dominate games, and win winnable games, but with just the right pieces. And, it's just me, when it comes down to it. Just got a comment here from Rabbit. Welcome to the live stream. We really appreciate it. Deloading ice in his veins. Yeah, I mean, he was dominant. There's no other way. There's no way of sugarcoating it. He had a great game. He had a dominating game. He led the Lakers tonight. Player of the game, superstar of the game. 34 points, 14 of 21 from the field, 6 of 11 from the three. He was great. He was great, but we also just need to remember it was against the Portland Trailblazers. So, just want to put that out there. So, and the Lakers got the bounce back win after losing against the Brooklyn Nets. So, they just had to get this win. They had to. I mean, and plus from this huge margin. I mean, if they would have lost by, or if they would have won this game by, well, like maybe like five, maybe like 6 points or something, there could be questions to emerge when it comes to this Lakers team, and we can obviously shout through the rooftops, when it comes to calling for a trade right away. But so far, Lakers dominated. They got a blowout against the Blazers tonight, and they dominated. They dominated tonight against them, and rightfully they should, because, as I said, they are the worst team in the Western Conference when it comes down to it. So, but yeah, I mean, D'Lo, ice in his veins. That's what he did tonight. He was dominating tonight for the Los Angeles Lakers. So, before I get into the stats and everything that went down tonight when it comes to the Lakers and their win tonight against uh, the, the Portland Trailblazers. Please be sure to hit that notification bell, subscribe to the channel. I really appreciate if you guys show me the love, support all over social media, and of course on this channel, ZLN on YouTube. Make sure to hit that notification bell, and of course, just share my live stream, share my videos all over social media and all over the internet. And I'll leave links to my social media sites in the description of this live stream so you guys can check me out. Have TikTok and Threads, Facebook, Instagram, X, and just all those social media sites. So just follow me there. The links will be in the description of this live stream. And yeah, I really appreciate all of you for your love, support, and let's continue to grow this channel. Continue to grow this channel. We will obviously thrive, hopefully, with your love support. So, without further ado, let's just get right into it. I mean, obviously, the Lakers, they were dominating throughout the way. I mean, they were just going, especially in the first half, which obviously, with this new lineup, this new starting lineup, the Lakers that Darvin Ham put together, they continued to dominate in the first half offensively. And since this new lineup, the original lineup, which was obviously should have been throughout this season, um, continues to dominate on the offensive side of the ball, and obviously goes hand in hand. When it comes to the dominance that we're seeing from D'Angelo Russell, Austin Reaves, LeBron. When it comes down to it, and just LeBron, getting back to his normal self. I mean, the guy was miserable when he was playing the point guard position, and seeing D'Angelo Russell coming off the bench after being in the doghouse because he hasn't been living up to the expectation. As I said, he was not been that consistent for us this season, which rightfully put him on the bench because of it. So, now he's back. He's in the starting lineup, and now he's thriving since. So, kudos to Darvin Ham to putting this original starting lineup that we should have had throughout this season. But obviously, he was experimenting, and plus, injuries played a big role. So we had to consider that as well, not put too much blame to Darvin Ham, but at the same time, uh, should have had players play their roles with their positions. But I don't know. It's been a crazy season so far, but I have to say it was a great game tonight for the Los Angeles Lakers. So let's just put some positivity on that when it comes down to it. But offensively, as I said, Lakers, they were dominant in the first half. They dominated in a big way tonight in the first half against the Portland Trailblazers, and it just continued on into the third and fourth quarter, which there's no surprise. I mean, we were facing the Portland Trailblazers. As I said, I know I'm on a loop. I know I'm on a loop here, but at the same time, we had to put that out there. The Lakers they had to win this game against one of the worst teams in the Western Conference. So they had to get it. I mean, we don't want another embarrassment loss that we suffered against the Brooklyn Nets a couple of games ago. So this was much needed, and they got it tonight against the Portland Trailblazers. So it was great out there tonight for the Los Angeles Lakers. Want to see more here from Rabbit. We won every quarter. Yeah, I mean, it was the Lakers dominated. I mean, they went out there and they dominated. First quarter they were up by 5, and their second quarter they were up by 8, and third they were up by 3. I mean, by quarter. I mean, not saying that they were struggling or anything, but what Rabbit says right there, they were dominating all across the quarters and leading the way ever since then. So it was just great. They were dominating tonight, no doubt about it. Let's read some more here from Rabbit. One, almost 5 players in double digits. Yeah, I mean, just looking at them, yeah, I mean, they were great. They were great out there. I mean, there's no other way of saying it. When it comes down to it, the Lakers showed up and dominated where things didn't go well for them against the Brooklyn Nets, and now more than ever, I hope they just carry this mindset going into next games to come. I mean, the Lakers have the capability of winning games and being competitive in this league, especially in the Western Conference. But they haven't been that consistent because some of the players they don't live up to their expectations and dominate and step up and help us win games. I mean, they always rely on either LeBron, Anthony Davis to win us games. But as we all know, Anthony Davis is playing through an injury at this moment, and it's a scarce one. I mean, we should not put too much pressure on Anthony Davis. When it comes down to his availability to be on this team, and so far now he's been healthy. He's been healthy and playing through injuries, and I'm loving it. But it's kind of reaching that particular month where sometimes Anthony Davis, you know, gets injured. So it's like hopefully Darvin Ham considers his minutes and lowers down his minutes, and hopefully considers something, gives other players some opportunities like Rui Hachimura, Jared Vanderbilt. I want to see more from Jared Vanderbilt. So when it comes down to it, um, there's also him. Um, just give some more opportunities. I mean, Cam Reddish, he returned tonight from injury, so he's going to get some more. He has to get some more minutes now, and hopefully reduce the minutes of Anthony Davis because, as I said, he's dealing with an injury at the moment, and I don't know, it has something to do with an Achilles something. I'm not. It's not an Achilles. Obviously, if it was, he would be not playing. So, but it's some sort of Achilles injury. I forgot what sort of area it is, but. So far, we should manage that, and Darvin Ham should manage it, and the owners should do it as well. When it comes down to it, the managements. So, um, but yeah, I mean, we will get to the player stats in just a bit. I want to read some more comments here from everyone who's joining here. I really appreciate it. Adam, we're much better team without Prince. I really believe that. Yeah, I mean, he didn't play tonight. I think he's dealing with an injury. I think like an ankle injury. But we kind of notice. I don't know if we noticed. Lakers when they play better on offense. When he's not on the floor. So especially starting. So I can agree with you on that when it comes down to it. So and me personally, even though I like Rui, he had a solid night, but at the same time, Jared Vanderbilt, I think he can give us some that defensive punch that we're looking for when it comes to the starting role, and that's the original starting lineup going into this season. But obviously, we all knew and know about, was that Jared Vanderbilt was injured, and the plans was Jared Vanderbilt was supposed to be starting for the Lakers, but obviously he got injured. So obviously Darvin Ham, he loves the hard work and appreciation from Torian Prince, and since then he's been starting for us, and it hasn't changed since. Obviously, when injuries occur, Rui Hachimura steps in, um, but still, I still think Jared Vanderbilt should be in the starting lineup. I mean, he just fits so well with Anthony Davis and LeBron and just the starting lineup. I mean, that's just me. I mean, he had a great night. I mean, he had a solid night. defensively for the Lakers. So, and we will get to him in just a bit. But we noticed we noticed when Torian Prince was not on the floor, you know, the Lakers I guess played better. So, just have to put that out there. When it comes down to that. Thank you, Adam, for bringing that up. You also wrote here, I would keep D'Lo and trade another solid point guard for investors. Yeah, yeah, invest. Yeah, I mean, when it comes down to it, I mean, he's been great. There's no other way of saying it. He's been great. He's been dominating since he got inserted back into the starting lineup, and he's been thriving. But at the same time, we all need to remember his contract. His contract is built for him to get traded. So, I mean, the Lakers, if somehow they can't find a trade out there that is worthy of, you know, replacing him for a better player, um, if they can't find that one out there, I think they did with Dejounte Murray though. But at the same time, they're still waiting. There's still conversations that could get back up once we reach like maybe a week into the trade deadline. So that could be a possibility. But at the same time, if they can't find one, the fear is either D'Angelo Russell moves on and goes play somewhere else, and Lakers get nothing out of him, or he could pick up his player option. So no, no, yeah, his player option. So that's a possibility. But the way that he's playing, he could be he could opt out and maybe see test his free agency you know cost, and maybe somehow he leaves the Lakers and goes somewhere else. So it's a sad reality, but at the same time, his like I said, his contract is structured to get for him to get traded. So it's still going to happen. Sorry, Adam, I have to say it, but he is not going to stay with the Lakers unless there's no trades out there for him that's of value for the Lakers. So um, I think there is still, but my hope is the Lakers do not screw it up and go after somebody like a Titus Jones. Personally, guys, I think Titus Jones is more of a backup point guard for me. He's more of a guy that could just bring a bit of firepower coming off the bench than he is at the starting role. That's just me. I mean, I don't know. Maybe he'll be surprise us if the Lakers make the deal with the Washington Wizards. But just saying it now, Titus Jones for me is not my top priority. Me is mostly is you know DeJounte Murray more than anything. So, but we just have to wait and see about the conversations. Will things start to pick back up, or could the Lakers somehow, not make anything happen at the trade deadline for D'Angelo Russell? So we just have to wait and see. But like a Colin Castleton. Oh, yeah. I mean, I know what we were talking about. I was mentioning the starting lineups. Obviously we saw some opportunities from our two-way players from our South Bay Lakers because they were playing through garbage time. But Colin Castleton, give him opportunities. I mean, same what we did with Austin Reaves. When he was on the Lakers. In his first year, we didn't think he was going to be this breakout star for us, and obviously history. We look back through history, and he was worth it. And I think Colin Castleton is a guy that maybe. Oh no, not Colin Castleton. My fault. It's my fault. Colin Sexton. Sorry about that. Oh my god. My fault. Yeah, it's Colin. Colin Sexton. My fault. Sorry, Adam. Oh, okay. Yeah, I mean, uh, Colin Sexton. He's a guy that I think maybe the Lakers could potentially pursue. I mean, he's playing so well so far with the Utah Jazz. I think more than anything, he has the capability of, you know, being a fit with this Lakers team. And in the past, There were obviously some rumors surrounding him with the Lakers for many years, but now it's coming to fruition a bit. So um, the guy can average 17 to 20 points a game. He can bring some scoring to the table, shooting as well. I think he's much better than Titus Jones. I can say that, but at the same time, for D'Lo, it's kind of hard at this moment. But I think with the contract, though, I think Colin Castleton's contract kind of fits for the Lakers' flexibility if they do decide to maybe trade him down the line. But you just have to wait and see if he lives up to the hype that he is on right now with the Utah Jazz and how well he's playing for that team. And so far, he's been dominating on his own merit. So when it comes down to it, I mean, Colin Sexton is a guy that I think maybe the Lakers will potentially look at, and I also posted it on my community tab. So go check it out. It was a whole report. I think it was from Dave McMenamin. So go check it out. It was him and Titus Jones that the Lakers are looking at of other point guards that is not Dejounte Murray. So you know we just have to put that in mind when it comes down to the trade deadline. That maybe the Lakers will make a move on him if Dejounte Murray does not work out. I hopefully it does because I'm still rooting for the trade to happen. Dejounte Murray for me fits what the Lakers are looking for when it comes down to an upgrade at the point guard position. A guy who's a defensive point guard, who is a guy who was a former All Star, can average 20 points a game, and for the past couple of games now, he's been making buzzer beater wins, for the Atlanta Hawks. So, just want to put that out there. I mean, the guy can shoot and obviously call games, when it comes down to it. So, I still think maybe the Lakers could potentially pursue him, and the conversations will get, as I said, back up again. But we just have to wait and see about that. So, but yeah, I saw your comment. Yeah, yeah, my fault. I mean, we were talking about Torian Prince, and when I saw Colin, and you know, during garbage time, we saw Colin Castleton playing. I just thought you were talking about Colin Castleton, but no, Colin Sexton. So, yeah, I mean, he's great too. I mean, he's dominating with the South Bay Lakers, and maybe he continue to develop. Maybe he'll work his way to the Lakers roster. I mean, he's on a two-way contract, so he is capable of working his way to this to being NBA ready. So, but yeah, yeah, for sure. And thank you. I really appreciate it. Thank you, Adam. But yeah, guys, it's just it was great to see D'Angelo Russell playing, and so far he's been dominating since he got inserted back into the starting lineup. And I know some of you are calling for the Lakers not to trade him, but I think it's just the hype at the moment and the excitement that he is being consistent and being the guy that we were waiting to see. I mean, let's all remember regular season, D'Angelo Russell, he dominates. But we all witness in the playoffs, he goes away. And it's not really good look. I mean, the guy during the playoffs, he averaged like 6 points a game. So, with that, I think, you know, he had a great game. He's the player of the game, regardless. He was great. Absolutely. But at the same time, he's still going to be traded, sadly. He's still going to be traded. As I said, his contract is built for him to get traded. So, it's just the sad reality, but at the same time, that's how the Lakers worked out his contract. And I think, and he agreed. He agreed with it. So, you know, it's something that we all had to all remember. And plus, I'm going to repeat myself again. The Lakers beat the Portland Trailblazers. Portland Trailblazers, the worst team in the Western Conference. So I don't want to hype so much about this win, but at the same time, Lakers needed this win. They had to get this win. They had to beat the Portland Trailblazers and get the bounce back win. So, just have to put that out there, when it comes down to it. So, let's see here. I want to read. Sorry, no, I want to talk about the player stats. I mean, just telling you how easy this win was for the Lakers. Looking at the stats, the Lakers dominated all across the board. Offensive rounds, they tied with the Portland Trailblazers. Other than that, the turnovers, they tied at that too. So Lakers dominated with field goals, with threes, free throws, assists, rebounds, steals, blocks, turnovers. The Lakers, they owned the Portland Trailblazers in this game. And rightfully so, because they were the worst team in the Western Conference. So let's just put that out there. The Lakers had to get this win. They had to redeem themselves after a disappointing loss that they suffered against the Brooklyn Nets. So they had to redeem themselves, get this win, dominate in a blowout win against the Portland Trailblazers. So just saying, okay. I know some of you may say that I'm a party pooper or whatever. I don't. I hate to go this route, but it is the truth. It's what shows in the stats. The Lakers were the better team. They had to win this game against the Portland Trailblazers and dominate the way that they did. And I don't know if we all know this, but D'Angelo Russell, when he plays and dominates this way, it's against bad teams. So let's just put that out there, when it comes down to it. So I want to read some comments here from Daniel. Great win, yo. Yeah, absolutely it was. I mean, Lakers had to. They had to win this game, and they dominated in this way. So, you know, it was great. It was great. I mean, the Lakers won. They needed this win, a much needed one, and they got it tonight, when it comes down to it. So, great win. Great win for the Los Angeles Lakers. And MVP, why not? Give him the MVP of tonight's game because he deserves it. He showed up 6 of 11 from the three, 34 points. I mean, this is his night. D'Angelo Russell, this is his night. And since he got inserted back into the starting lineup, he's been great. But once again, he hasn't been that consistent for us this season. And I don't want the Lakers to say, you know what, we're going to keep D'Angelo Russell now. No, let's not go that route because I still think the Lakers need to improve this team and in a big way because we want to be competitive in the Western Conference. So, and so far the Lakers are not there, like still within the 10th seed, I believe. They're like the 10th seed, maybe like the 9th seed now after winning tonight. But it's just one of those type of games where the Lakers just had to win, and that's what they did. They should have won against the Brooklyn Nets a couple of games ago. So, but embarrassment game against them for sure. So, uh, yeah. See, yeah. Thank you, Daniel. I mean, he agrees. He's laughing about it. I mean, it is because everyone is so hyped up, but at the same time, let's all remember it was against one of the worst teams in the Western Conference in the Brooklyn Nets. Oh, sorry, in the well, yeah, the Brooklyn Nets too, but in the Portland Trailblazers. So let's just put that out there. Let's just keep that in mind. Uh, beat Clippers next. Yeah, I mean, uh, the, the the LA Clippers, they are doing so well, but so far how this Lakers team is, they could somehow beat them again. I mean, they are now 2-0 against them since the season. So can they pull it off? Sort of remains to be seen. So I think the Lakers are capable of doing it, but at the same time, you know, the Clippers are playing very well this season. So my hope is the Lakers can take this same energy that they won tonight, maybe carry it into the LA Clippers game and probably beat them. Let's just hope. Hopefully, they have the same schemes and the same mentality of how they beat them twice this season, and just carry that on. Carry that on going into the next game against them. So let's just hope. Let's just hope for that for sure. Yeah, they own them. Yeah, you're talking about the Portland Trailblazers. Uh, it's always it's always versus bad teams. Yeah, I mean, as I said with D'Angelo Russell, when he does play like this and dominates and shoots very well, it's always against bad teams. So let's all keep that in mind when it comes down to that. I mean, he was great. He deserves the accolades and the celebration and the Lakers winning tonight because of him. But at the same time, it was against one of the worst teams in the Western Conference. So just want to put that out there. And I'm going to continue to put that out there until everyone understands that. So, uh, hate to be that party pooper. I really hate it. But at the same time, we have to put the facts. And the facts shows. I mean, just seeing the facts right here. I mean, Lakers dominated all across the board, and they tied with the Portland Trailblazers in turnovers and in offensive rebounds. All all the rest, the Lakers dominated in all the areas. Offensively, the field goals, the shooting, rebounding, you name it. Lakers dominated all across the board and they showed up in that game. So, I just want to put that out there, when it comes down to it. Easy dub. Absolutely it was. It was an easy dub for sure. Um, okay, this is off subject, but that's no problem. I love football. So let's talk about the let's see here from the Chiefs might win another Super Bowl. Um, I'm going to be honest with you guys. As a Broncos fan, the Chiefs are in our division, so we obviously root against them. But I'm fearing that the Chiefs may win it again. But at the same time, hopefully I'm rooting for the Ravens. I'm rooting for the Ravens to win it against them. I'm rooting for the Niners, to beat them the the if the Chiefs go to the Super Bowl. But you know, not a big Chiefs fan, so I hope they lose against the Ravens. So because Lamar Jackson is just something special. I think he can obviously go all the way with the with what he had to go through to get his contract, to get paid and everything, and the whole story around him being his own agent, and I respect that. I mean, if I had the opportunity being in the NFL and not having an agent, but I can negotiate my own contract, I mean, it would have been awesome. He did it. He did it. So when it came down to that, so um, but yeah, I'm rooting for the Baltimore Ravens in the AFC championship, and and if it goes all the way and somehow the Chiefs beat the Ravens, I'm rooting for the 49ers. That's my hope. When it comes down to them winning it. So yeah, really appreciate it. Thank you, Daniel, for the comments here. I really appreciate it. We are 2-0. Yeah, against the Clippers. Absolutely. Let's make it 3-0. Let's hope for that. I'm going to the Bulls game. We better win that game. Oh, okay. So the Tuesday Lakers are facing on the well, technically on the road in LA. So uh, that could be an opportunity for Lakers to get a win there, but we just have to wait and see. The Bulls will be on Thursday, January 25th. So yeah, I mean, hopefully you have fun over there. It's going to be a very fun game for sure. But my hope is um, that the Lakers could somehow go on this run that they're on and this energy that they're on and beat the Clippers, then beat the Chicago Bulls because Lakers just need to stack up wins. I mean, this was a missed opportunity for the Lakers in the month of January that they lost some really good key winnable games in the month of January, and my hope is Lakers will just stack some wins because March and April is a tough schedule for the Lakers. There's no other way of saying it. It is a tough schedule for the Lakers. So, but my hope is Lakers will find a trade soon and rebuild this team and just become contenders. After the trade deadline in February. So that's my hope for sure. But hopefully you have fun on Thursday of like Clippers versus the Bulls. Let's see here. Let's see. Castleton JHS for Caruso. Um, yeah, that's the thing. In a realistic fantasy world, that could potentially happen. I mean, in a fantasy world, but it's not. It's not going to happen. I mean, the Chicago Bulls are not going to accept that type of trade. I'm sorry, Daniel. So, in a dream world, sure, why not? Let's that would be amazing if that happens. But at the same time, it is not going to happen. And they're at most going to ask for a first round pick for Alex Caruso. Um, you never know. I mean, Lakers could potentially make a trade with the Chicago Bulls, throwing D'Angelo Russell into the trade and somehow maybe get Alex Caruso back. But we just have to wait and see for sure. So, but you know, you never know. Lions and Ravens. Hey, why not? I mean, I'm liking what the Lions are doing. I mean, they are the breakout team story of a team that never reached this type of level for 32 years. I mean, that's just amazing. And Jared Goff, he is dominating in the NFC. So and NFC, yeah, NFC. So it is. They're a team that why not? If they beat the 49ers and go into the Super Bowl, that would be awesome. But I think, yeah, I'll probably root for them against the Ravens. You never know. So, yeah, I mean, if that's your dream matchup, I mean, sure, why not? But all I know is I don't want the Chiefs to be in the Super Bowl. That's all I want. I don't want the Chiefs to be in the Super Bowl. And that's all I want. If it's the Ravens versus the Lions or the Ravens versus the 49ers, you know, regardless. I mean, I don't want to see the Chiefs in the Super Bowl. As a Broncos fan, I don't want to see that. So, yeah, for sure. I would love to see that. Yeah, for sure. Thank you, Daniel. I really appreciate it, man. Uh, let's see here. I want to read some stats of tonight's game. And let's talk about the player stats. And obviously, we already talked a lot about D'Angelo Russell, but D'Angelo is obviously, had a great game. Led the Lakers tonight, the player of the game, 34 points, 6 of 11 from the field, 14 of 21 from the field, and 6 of 11 from the three, and 8 assists, 2 blocks out there tonight. So, he had a dominating game against the Portland Trailblazers tonight. LeBron James, nothing too surprising, dominated also on his part. 28 points, 8 of 16 from the field, 3 of 8 from the three, 5 rebounds, 5 assists out there tonight. So great job out there for King James. Austin Reaves, 15 points, 3 of 4 from the and went 5 of 10 from the field. Austin Reaves always never disappoints us when it comes to his skill set and what he brings to the table for us. But he had a solid night, 15 points. Anthony Davis, though, um I just saw the comment here from Daniel. I want to read that. AD was sad about his Packers. I mean, how about them Packers beating the Cowboys? I loved it. But at the same time, I mean, they were close. I mean, they could have beaten the 49ers, but they didn't. But AD, though, seeing his Packers, it was such a close game, too. I mean, it was amazing. But at the same time, um, you know, AD, maybe he was feeling down tonight. Maybe he just didn't have the energy of, you know, stepping up tonight, but he did manage to give us a double double. 14 points, 14 rebounds. Um, but let's all remember, though. I mean, Anthony Davis is dealing with an injury, and I think it's. I don't want to say it's a serious injury, but at the same time, it has something to do with an Achilles something. I forgot what it is. It's not an Achilles. He's not dealing with Achilles because if it was, he would have been out. But at the same time, it is an Achilles type injury that is, I forgot what it is, but it has something to do with an Achilles something. But it's not anything too serious. But my hope is not. But maybe he was just didn't want to put so much energy in the game because he didn't want to injure his his Achilles or something. So, but if you have a type of performance from D'Angelo Russell on a consistent basis, then yeah, you can carry the load off of Anthony Davis to just have him rest a couple of games here and there, and reduce his minutes. So my hope is that Anthony Davis and just doesn't put too much pressure on himself to help us win games. But with how this team is, the Lakers could potentially have Anthony Davis, dominate some games for us. If LeBron's not feeling it or something like that. But or if any of the players around him are not, they're not feeling it. But my hope is that maybe Darvin Ham will reduce his minutes and just not have him carry the load a lot for this Lakers team to help us win games. So my hope is that maybe D'Angelo Russell or LeBron will just carry the load off, maybe give some opportunities for Austin Reaves, Rui Hachimura, Jared Vanderbilt to step in to carry the load off of Anthony Davis. So fingers crossed, though, guys. Let's hope that Anthony Davis is not dealing with an injury that will keep him out or anything. So, because he's been great. I mean, the guy has been healthy so far, playing through injuries, and it's just been awesome to watch. And my hope is this continues on so we can have some conversations where he can get Defensive Player of the Year hands down, or maybe he'll be in the MVP caliber, no MVP conversation, but I don't think it's in the reality, but I think he could potentially get Defensive Player of the Year. But my hope is that he just stays healthy for us going into this NBA season. So, um, but yeah, I mean, it was a good game. It was a great win for the Los Angeles Lakers. We know when it comes down to it, guys. I really appreciate all of you for joining me. We went for 43 minutes, but I think I said the gist of what went down tonight, and let's all remember, this was a win. This was a win, and the Lakers needed it, and they should have gotten it tonight. It is. It is a win. But at the same time, it was against the Portland Trailblazers, one of the worst teams in the Western Conference, and the Lakers just had to get this win, redeem themselves with this win after an embarrassing game against the Brooklyn Nets. So they needed a bounce back win, and what better way for you to do it than against one of the worst teams in the Western Conference in the Portland Trailblazers? So this was a much needed one, and D'Angelo Russell needed to step up in this game, carry the load off of Anthony Davis and LeBron for him to win it tonight. And he deserves it. I mean, this is his night. So let's all celebrate and rejoice for this win tonight against the Portland Trailblazers. But my hope is the Lakers will just carry that same energy going into Tuesday's game against the LA Clippers and hopefully make it 3-0 against the LA Clippers. So let's just hope for that. So I really appreciate all of you for joining me on this live stream. Thank you so much, Daniel. Thank you, Adam. And thank you, Rabbit, for your guys' comments on here, especially from Daniel. We had some really good conversations on here, my friend. I really appreciate it. Thank you again. And thank you, all of you, for joining me on this live stream. I really appreciate it. If you haven't yet, please follow me all across social media: Facebook, Instagram, X. I'm also on TikTok and Threads. So please follow me there. I really appreciate it. And I recently just uploaded a YouTube Shorts. Go check it out. D'Angelo Russell, you know, amazing pass to LeBron for an alley oop, I think, or yeah, it was an alley oop dunk. And he just had a great game for us, won us this game tonight. But let's hope they just carry that same energy and more, aggressively going into the LA Clippers matchup. I believe they're like the fourth, maybe like the fourth or third seed in the Western Conference. So let's make it 3-0. Let's make it 3-0. So against the LA Clippers on Tuesday. So thank you all again. I really appreciate it. And I'll see you all in the next live stream and the next video. Thank you so much for watching. Go Lakers. Take it easy, guys. Stay safe out there.